amigos, Javier here for Hum of the Earth, signing in from El Calafate, which is the town nearest to the Perito Moreno Glacier, at least the part of the glacier that is typically associated with visiting it, so kind of the most impressive part. The Perito Moreno Glacier is actually a massive glacier, one of the biggest in the world, and the way that we're planning on getting there will be kind of a first for me. I've been picked up before while I've been bicycling on this journey, bicycling from Canada to Patagonia, but I've never intentionally hitchhiked. And the idea actually came to me yesterday when I was asking the reception about how to get to the Perito Moreno Glacier. And they said, well, you would take a bus there. It's 800 pesos, which is about $20 US currently. And then the entrance is 700 pesos for the park. So all said and done, that's almost $40 US, which is much more than I like to spend for an activity while I'm traveling. So I asked if there was any cheaper option. He said, not really. You're not going to find a cheaper transit there unless you hitchhike. And then kind of light went off my head. I said, of course, we're in Argentina, where you see tons of young travelers hitchhiking to get around the country. It's a very normal thing to do in Argentina. So why not give it a shot? So my limited knowledge of hitchhiking tells me that I should get to the street, or the road rather, that's leading out of the town towards the glacier. There's one kind of main road there, and just kind of wait just outside of town there until someone picks me up. I don't really have much more strategies than that, because once again, it's my first time intentionally hitchhiking. So let's see how it goes. Getting out of town is a bit of a hike in itself. So I think I've just made a realization here that a mistake was made. The Brazilian girl working at the reception told me this road here, and it does indeed go to the glacier. And I remember hearing that the road to the glacier was paved, and I look on Maps.me, and of course there's another road that goes along the lake, probably being the paved one, and probably where the vast majority of people will be going. So I think I just walked a few kilometers uphill for no reason, and just killed like almost an hour of time. So I saw a hardware store coming down that road, and I asked the guy where the good road was, and he let me know. I think that was the guy right there in the pickup, just turned around, and he offered me a ride to the road. So at least I got that going for me. But the bad news is I've already seen quite a few hitchhikers here on the side of the road. So I'm not really sure what the best strategy is if to hitchhike inside here, or if I should be outside of town where where people are definitely almost going to the glacier. I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to keep walking just because it's pretty nice. So I've been walking and thumbing it for 40 minutes now. No bites. But I'm feeling good about this spot here. There's room for people to pull over. There's another road where there's hotels on the side of the lake. People coming and then maybe joining onto the big road here. So I might be their first hitchhiker that they see. And I'm separated from the mob of hitchhikers that I was with earlier at the beginning. So feeling hopeful so far. An hour 45 into hitchhiking. Only one sort of bite, but they were only going halfway to Perito Moreno, which would have not really been that useful. Because at least here, if I don't get anything, I can walk back to the hostel. But if I get halfway and then I don't get a ride, then I'm kind of in trouble. So.
On y va, non?
Si. Il n'y a personne.
Ah, mais oui.
Ah, ok.
Ben,
El mirador de los suspiros. ¿Cómo está comiendo? ¿Ya lo viste, hijo?
We made it to the park entrance. So I got picked up by a Swiss Mexican couple. It's just after noon. I was just getting ready to leave. I'd actually told myself I'd wait till noon because it wasn't looking like people were going to pick me up. So I was thinking to start walking back with my thumb up, and if nobody picked me up, start looking at paid options to get here. And at the perfect time, I got picked up and we had a pretty good conversation. Unfortunately, the weather got progressively worse as we got closer and closer to the glacier, but the glacier is so big that we will still see it. So we actually have to take another bus here to get to the actual viewing areas. I believe I'm getting on the right bus right now. That was indeed the right bus. Brought me to the beginning of the walkways. That is indeed a big glacier. I don't know how evident it's going to be here on with the visibility on the video. So you can definitely see the ice starting there, and as far as you can see, a massive glacier.
Mira, mira lo que hay al fondo.
The Perito Moreno Glacier is at this wall here, 70 meters high. It is 5 total, it has a surface area of 254 kilometers, which is bigger than the city of Buenos Aires. And it is a part of the southern Patagonian ice field, which is the third biggest mass of ice on the whole planet after Antarctica and Greenland. Pretty impressive. So glaciers have been described as a living, breathing organism, and that's because the definition of living by some is something that has the ability to reproduce itself, which this glacier specifically does, because although it does lose ice during the summer, so right now we're early fall, so the end of the summer, it actually regenerates itself, so it kind of, depending on the seasons, will shrink and then regain size. And this one, Perito Moreno, unlike a lot of glaciers right now, is actually kind of in a healthy state. So that means that it more or less doesn't really lose size year after year. At least right now in early 2019, that's what I've heard. And the way that it loses weight is by shedding layers right here in the front face of the glacier. So if I remember reading correctly, and I'll look into this, I think when it reaches this point, the water is very shallow, so the glacier is kind of like an iceberg, so this is the tip of the iceberg. I believe it will hit ground, and then this will cause a sheet of ice to kind of fall off in a spectacular fashion, visually and sonically. So hopefully I'll be able to capture that on camera. Thought there was something in the water there. Some ice. I'm starting to hear some noises here coming from the front, but no shaving yet. Starting to get cold feet about waiting here. Literally. And I'm pretty hungry, and it's too cold for me to free my food from my backpack right now, and too rainy. So I think I'm retreating to shelter right now, but still really do want to get that shot, so we'll see. I was eating my delicious lunch of mortadella and cheese, both the cheapest cheese and meat I could find in the supermarket. It's probably not super healthy, but tastes kind of good. And I go to grab for my water, and I realize it's not there. I left it in the car of the Swiss Mexican couple. So they had a kid, and he was kind of acting up a little bit, and it seemed like he wasn't really enjoying the experience. So they might already be gone. But more than being thirsty, it's kind of a pricey water bottle, because I'm all about that BPA free. And I've lost a lot of water bottles on my trip, because I always seem to be mindless about where I leave them, such as the cup holder of the people giving you a free ride that you will probably never see again. And during that whole time in lunch, no cracks, no glacier shaving, so I am going to attempt to retrieve my water bottle. And I mean, mean, if I run into them, they'll probably be on their way back, so that might be it for the day if I find them. If not, I might come back for a little bit and see if I can see some crumbling ice. Good news is that the family's car is still there, which I wasn't really expecting, so that's good, but they are not here, which means they're probably still back at the glacier site, maybe eating lunch or something. I've actually returned to the area where you can see the glaciers, so they're probably having lunch in that restaurant there, which I've heard is very expensive, but the guy's Swiss, so probably afford it. Anyways, and what I think I can do here maybe is somewhat get to look at the glacier, and or maybe not. I was thinking maybe I could look at the glacier and see if it's cracking, and also be able to look at the bus stop, but it looks like that might be tough and risky, but I'm all about taking chances.
No se lo dejé el pantalón. Sí, según yo lo había traído, pero...
So we also picked up a girl from Spain traveling, and she's been doing most of the talking with the Mexican woman on the way back, which is pretty good because I was really tired. So now I'm talking. I wasn't expecting to see flamencos. Certain time of the year to feed, so I guess they can handle it. With that, we are back in Calafate. So, pretty great day overall. Even though I didn't get to see a big sheet of ice fall into the water right in front of me, I think I'll just do a YouTube search when I get back to the hostel here, and you can do the same. But before doing that, you should know that I have many more cool videos of Patagonia, which is the mountainous region which kind of acts as like a border between Chile and Argentina, that you can find on this channel, including my bicycling adventures, hiking videos of El Chalten, the town north of here, etc. All cool videos you can see on the Chile and Argentina playlist on this YouTube channel. And this was all a part of my journey bicycling from Canada to Argentina. If you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I went and everything that I did, I have that available over on my website, followthehumoftheearth.com, where you can click on the different locations and see the different blog posts and videos I've made of those places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures, you can do so by subscribing to the channel, by clicking on the red button below the video, and click on the bell if you'd like to be notified when new videos come out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.